Welcome to Snape Chat, the voice of the Snapedom, the podcast where we discuss all things Snape, always. Join us as we dive into the world of the bravest man we ever knew, in art, fanfic, meta, and more. Obviously. This is Snapecentric with episode 16. In this show, I'll be speaking with the amazing artist, Suffer-my-Displeasure. Enjoy the show. Hi, this is Snapecentric, and I'm here with Suffer-my-Displeasure, also known as Tinny.
Hello.
We're going to talk about her art. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I come from Iceland. I live in a capital. I currently work at a hospital. If I tell the word, it would be a bit too easy to narrow down who I am. But basically, I've been working heavily with COVID patients since March 2020, and have been on ventilators, handling the most critically ill patients.
Oh, wow. Has COVID been very bad where you're at?
It has come in waves, mostly. It started bad, then it was fine over the summer, and then it came back with a vengeance over the fall, fine over Christmas. It went on, and it's been, I gotta say, pretty bad since last year. Has
it started easing off a little bit?
Actually, not really, because at the start of all restrictions, they were taken away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then you got another wave.
Yep. So the incidence increased again, and thankfully, most people got vaccinated, and I already got it 3 times. So it could be worse, but now we're seeing, of course, the unvaccinated coming in, and the immunocompromised and older people. So I guess they are the last batch, but we don't know.
It's hard to tell.
All these mutations that can occur, people haven't vaccinated and so forth.
So get vaccinated, everybody, because
please,
it's important.
Yeah.
So what brought you to the world of Harry Potter?
Actually, I think it took me 3 times as a kid to really get into Harry Potter. I wasn't a kid who was an avid reader, but my friends kept insisting these books were the real deal. So still think it took me 2 years from ages 9 to 11 to finish the first 4 books. I wasn't all excited about them maybe until the scene where Dumbledore asks Snape if he's ready, and Snape is clearly nervous, but he confidently says he is. I don't know what happened when I read that part, but it was like being shot with a Cupid's arrow in a way. Suddenly Snape became the most fascinating character I'd ever known. The day when it happened was so vivid in my memory. It was a beautiful summer day in Denmark. I was traveling there. It was almost 20 years ago. I just all of a sudden had become pretty obsessed with this character, and it hasn't really diminished after all this time. So
excellent.
The 5th book, it hadn't come out yet. So I couldn't wait to see what would happen with Snape, and the rest of the plot became very secondary interest. I wasn't that all that interested in what would happen to Harry Potter and his friends, but all my focus was on Snape.
Yeah, I agree. It was all about Snape after that.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you like best about him?
I always find this a bit difficult question. I want to say everything.
Yes.
Before he became my favorite character, I remember finding him very funny. I was actually laughing hysterically at his scenes, when he stood behind Ron and Harry shortly after he crashed the car. And I found those scenes with him really funny because he's such a jerk.
Yeah.
I like that about him. And I don't know, my favorite teachers in real life, they tend to behave similarly. Maybe I can laugh at this because I never really got into trouble with teachers because I'm such an angel. I don't know.
You were a SWAT, as they say.
I don't know. I think I was just fairly invisible, or just did my homework. That was enough. Yeah. But other than that, I really like how smart he is, to a scary degree. How creative he is, and you can clearly see that with spell creations, improving potion recipes. I mean, didn't he also write a poem in the first book? That's pretty creative.
Yeah.
I like how owns up to his mistakes and doesn't really shy away from being unpopular or being hated in the name of doing the right thing.
Yes.
So, like, when he became a referee to protect Harry in the first book, and he continues pretending to be a Death Eater. So yeah, I admire his courage. Like, the list is endless, I guess. Also, he's definitely inspired me to do the difficult but right thing when it's been tempting to just hide and take the easy way out. I don't know. I just sometimes like to imagine what he would do.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So in a way, I learned things from him. I also love his drama.
His drama. Yes.
Yeah. And how sensitive he is. Okay. I think I'm not just rambling.
That's all right. There are so many things to like about him.
Yeah. And I think I have this like tendency to like underdogs in life. And I think he's an underdog in a way.
Oh, yes.
I mean, he's not popular and he likes riling people up, I think.
Yes.
But he still tries to make the world a better place. Complains the whole time, and I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah. So how long have you been creating art?
Well, yeah, I was never considered a good artist in childhood. I was kind of this messy artist compared to the other girls. And even teachers even commented on how messy my drawings were. But I don't know. Around the time I was 14, it's like a switch flipped in my head. And suddenly I just, I don't know, craved getting better at art. And finally around that time, we got an internet connection. It was like in 2005. We were pretty late, too unusual. I became obsessed with beautiful drawings I found online. Really wanted to get as good as those artists. And I started digital art around 15. Yeah, I got a tablet later. I didn't practice much until I finally got my own computer. Okay, wait, can we stop? Because I feel like I'm just...
Oh, that's interesting. So you started with a tablet, and then did you go to like, what are those pads, I think?
Yeah. I think I asked for it for Christmas and got it. And I didn't use it much. Like, when did I start doing Snape art?
Yes.
Like, I only drew him occasionally to begin with. In the beginning, it barely even crossed my mind to draw him, even though I could spend hours on DeviantArt looking up more drawings of Farman. I think I was either too focused on practicing drawing something from my own imagination and tried to disregard fan art, or I just didn't feel like I was worthy of drawing him. No, we big mixture of both. And then I posted my fan art for the first time on my side blog on Tumblr. On his birthday, 2016. Yeah, at that time, the site blog had already existed for over a year. And after that, I kind of got hooked drawing him after posting that picture. So, he's just such a fun drawing character to draw.
Oh, yes.
He has this sort of simple, iconic look, the black and white contrast, and his sharp face.
Yes.
And I don't know, it's just so much fun imagining him in all sorts of scenarios, like different hairstyles or clothes. Like, the possibilities are somehow endless with Snape. Like, he's this stern guy, and all we want to do is treat him like a paper dress doll in a way. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's neat. Are you pretty much just self-taught then?
So yes, I am self-taught. I was just really stubborn to get better at art, I guess. And of course, it's still an ongoing process. You're never really satisfied with where you are currently. And I finally took an anatomy class in 2015, and I really enjoyed it. I also took a class in comics and illustration in 2019. And I kind of did that to train myself to draw faster. And that year, 2019, I actually got a lot better at drawing fast. So unfortunately, I didn't really keep it up. And especially, last year, I kind of struggled finishing things. And I think I was quite burnt out from my job thanks to COVID.
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of really affected everything I was doing in life. And then, of course, included hobbies like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So is digital the main media that you like to work in, or are there other things you enjoy?
Yeah, I think I mainly work with digital art. because I've practiced that the most, and it's the least messy in a way. Like you don't need the big workstation for Photoshop.
Right.
Yeah, I mostly work with Photoshop, which isn't even a drawing program, I've been told. But yeah, I'm really attached to it, so I mostly work with that. I occasionally do pencil drawing, so.
Yeah, I've heard from other artists that it's less messy. So
yeah, it's easier in a way.
How long does an average piece take you to complete?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I have no idea. Yeah, I know it's kind of lame, but yeah, it's definitely quite a few hours. But it always, for me personally, it stretches for days and even weeks because I can take a ludicrous amount of breaks, and sometimes I don't draw for days. And on top of that, I can also be terribly distracted while I'm drawing. Yeah.
It's hard for you to work it in with your real life.
Yeah. I want it to be a relaxing hobby, but if I feel like it's taking too much time away from me, then I just watch TV instead or play games or something. But I think on average, a drawing might take 5 to 30, even 40 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I absolutely almost never do it in one sitting.
Oh, sure. I've heard some people say they can do it in an hour. That just amazes me. But, Mad Fantasy takes days.
Yeah.
So, and, that's pretty much what she does.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He seems to be like really good at concentrating. She has really good work ethics. I've talked to her a bit about it. Meanwhile, I'm super distracted by everything. I don't know.
Well, it's really, you have a lot going on otherwise. So
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, now I really like the cool greens and blues that you use.
Thank you.
I don't know. They make me feel good. Are they?
Wow.
Yeah. Do you consciously gravitate towards those, or?
Yeah, I think those are the colors I'm most comfortable with it. I also think it's sort of, with Snape, it fits his usually cold moods and moments. He usually is he's in this dark dungeon, and after looking over it, I use greens quite a lot. Probably associate the greens, in general with him. The Slytherin house, of course, potions, poisons.
Oh yes.
But it's also a friendly, natural color, and I personally gravitate to it. And I also remember this thing my art teacher in high school said, that apparently the most dominating color in our environment here in Iceland is blue. Of course, the blue sky, and apparently the close to the ocean, the blue mountains surround us.
Oh, yes.
And just generally the gray weather and how it really doesn't properly get warm here most of the time. So it's actually stereotypical of artists here to use blues in their paintings a lot. And I don't know. I don't know if this is actually true, but I thought it was a pretty fascinating thing she said.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe I fall in prey to that too.
I really like it. So.
Oh, thank you.
How would you describe your typical Snape as a person? Like age and so on?
Oh, yeah. Try to draw him like in this age range of 31 to 38 when we see him in the books.
Yes, that's kind of the feeling that I get from your Snapes.
Oh, yes. Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Alan Rickman, great actor. But in my opinion, he was too old for the role.
Yes.
But yeah, how to describe my Snape? I don't know. Kind of always grouchy, with a sassy streak who enjoys dressing up in expensive shoes, apparently. And then he snapped back to reality when he remembers his roles in life and his impending doom.
Yes. And where can people find your art?
Of course, on my Tumblr. And I also have a Twitter. It's under Tinninipuri, because I tend to hand up to the most consistent names online somehow. And I also used to be on DeviantArt, and there my name was Kvasi.
Oh, well, we'll get a link for that.
Yeah, Yeah, well, you have. And I'm on Pixie. I'm not on Instagram, though. I never really got around doing that yet.
There's so many social media things to do. It's,
can be a bit overwhelming, really.
I know it overwhelms me.
Yeah.
Do you do commissions or sell t-shirts? I mean, or prints?
No, sadly, I don't sell any prints. But yeah, I've done some commissions in the past, and I actually really enjoyed it at the time. Just there's this problem, like where I live, transactional services are pretty heavily regulated, and the cost of living is pretty high too. So,
oh goodness!
That means if I were to charge proportionally to the number of hours I spent on a piece, it would be expensive. So yeah, at the time, in the meantime, I just tend to focus on my own drawings and work on them in my own spare time. But I don't mind the idea at all if someone's interested. It was really fun doing the commissions. Yeah.
Okay.
If anyone's interested, then ask me.
Probably go through your Tumblr.
Yeah.
To contact you. Okay.
Yeah, at least
which we will link.
There.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. Okay, let's start. We'll look at your pieces now. Our first piece, reference book in hand. Snape stirs a glowing cauldron in a dark room. The glow of the cauldron illuminates his face from below as a couple of candles float in the air. The whole is done in shades of green.
Yeah. I remember being really proud of this back in.
Yes.
It took me quite a while to color this. I took, of course, many breaks from it because it wasn't really turning out to be what I initially wanted it to look like. I think it was only after I played with the color sliders in Photoshop where I realized I really the green glow coming from the flames instead of the classic yellow and warm tones. Also, it may not be much, but I'm really proud of the pinkish balance the table brings to the drawing. Without it, I think it would look kind of flat, just with the greens and blues. I just remember feeling extremely accomplished when I finally finished it. I think this one really got me properly hooked on making Snape art.
Oh, that's great. Just the lighting, like you said, I'm sure it took a while to accomplish it, but it's just really good.
Thank you. Yeah, it was like a long time experimenting with what do I actually want it to look like. I think I started out with a bright scene, but I don't even know why I did that. He's in his dungeon after all. And then it kind of evolved into this green glow everywhere. And I think it's just suits Snape in a way.
It really is. Just he's kind of, you think of dark with Snape and just him working on a potion is so him.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, the next one is a comic, I guess you would call it. Snape accidentally finds out that he has fans online and he kind of hides himself from the laptop to start with and then he runs away and falls down.
Oh yeah, he's so flustered.
He trips him. Just the look on his face at the end. He looks up from the floor in a bemused expression.
I don't know. I have this. I created this because I have this weakness. If you send me an ask complimenting or commenting on my art on Tumblr, I will probably draw something for you. And I feel I have this need to do it. Oh, okay, it's not a guarantee, but I think it happens more often than not. And I guess this comic strip was a result of that. The original ask was just imagine Snape's horrified face when he finds out about the Snapedom. What would his reaction be like? I actually remember being really genuinely, but definitely pleasantly surprised to discover that Snape had a lot of fans online. Like back in 2005 when I was first kind of getting used to the internet. So what would Snape's reaction be like when he starts Googling himself? I mean, he's so used to people disliking him or even hating him throughout his life. So he's definitely grown comfortable with the idea that he's more disliked than loved. So, I mean, discovering that he has a huge fan base and lots of people cheer for him and wish for his well-being, that must be way out of his comfort zone.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, he probably doesn't really believe it at first. I think it's just being sarcastic, just being sarcastic taunts. But then it starts sinking in that, yes, people really really mean it when they say they love Severus Snape. So he gets up from his computer, starts running from the sudden adrenaline, and eventually trips the cloak and falls on his face. But he's still too preoccupied with the idea that a large amount of people are rooting for him out there. So he doesn't even have time to adjust. He's just lying on the floor, dazed and confused about life. Continue lying on the floor, like thinking about it, like, what? What's going on?
Yes, it's very good.
Thank you.
Just his expression at the end is so what?
I'm really glad I was able to come to gather the cross.
Yes. Okay. And the next piece, they're also good. So, it's a lily pond basically, and you see Snape's head begin to emerge from it, and he has a jar in his hand of some sort of something that he collected from below.
Yeah.
And yes, the greens and blues and just he looks
the
kind of
colors.
Monsterish a little bit emerging from the
yeah, in a way, yeah. This is one of those I'm more proud of, and it took a surprisingly short time to finish, at least from my perspective. I think I was about to go abroad for a while at the time I was drawing this, so I felt like I needed to be quick before going. Yeah, I also have a sketchbook that contains like strictly ugly sketches only. Like the rule is if I spend more than 5 minutes on a drawing in this particular book, then I need to scrap it. It's just to like get over my need to make everything perfect. So yeah, this book really helps. And in that book, I had to make a small sort of comic where I have Snape imagining how he was born or where he actually comes from. Like, maybe at some point as a kid he doesn't like the idea he was simply born in the traditional way. Maybe he imagines himself being spawned in a pond or swims to the surface. I don't know, as a toddler kid, whatever. And his parents find him and take him in. That's why he lives with them. Yeah, and that's what the small comic looked like, at least. But I only ended up drawing the last frame and then changed the initial idea that I had the jar of potion ingredients. Yeah, so the only reference I used in this drawing is my hand and this squarish jar I have somewhere. I think it came out fairly nicely.
It did.
He has a sinister look in his eyes, emerging from the water. But I like to imagine he's totally in his element here. Maybe a bit too intense with the potion hobby, but he doesn't have too many moments where he truly feels at peace. So yeah, he's just being his hopefully weird self there and not worrying colors or something. I don't know, maybe he's at the Black Lake in Hogwarts. I don't know if it contains lilies though.
Well, that's kind of a little interesting thing there too. But yes, it's just so good. Oh, okay. The next one, at the end of the party, Severus snoozes on a couch in sunglasses and thigh-high Louboutin boots. I think they pronounce it that way.
I have no idea myself.
Louboutin? Oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry, everyone.
They have distinctive red soles.
Yeah, apparently they do. I wondered, like, for a while. I was trying, when I was trying this, I was wondering, like, what he's doing and where he is. At first, I sort of decided he was in the staff room, like maybe the teachers had a crazy New Year's party and Snape somehow ended up sleeping drunk on the sofa and his high heights for some reason. But I don't know, maybe he's at a weekend party at the Malfoys too. Like maybe Lucius is celebrating turning 40 and the party starts all posh and refined, but later in the night, the drinking got a bit out of hand. Who knows? And, at the Malfoys, maybe they have a huge closet with all sort of clothes and they start dressing up.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And then Snape eventually falls asleep, still in thigh-high boots, and conveniently has shades to shield from the morning sun. Yeah, I don't know. And this drawing, maybe it's a photo of him as a Malfoy.
Oh, yes.
Malfoy photo album. Yeah. But in reality, actually, shout out to Mad Fantasy. She showed me this picture of a huge pussy bear in thigh-high boots. And I just had to draw Snape in this situation. And it was just, it felt so Snapey to me when she showed me.
It does. It's, I don't know, something, it's like dude has style. I don't know.
Yeah, it just does. Like, effortlessly like fashionable somehow.
Yeah. All right. Oh, this is not the only time you put him in. There's another one that's not included here, but he's like hiding in the broom closet with his feet up.
Yeah.
And the red soles, and he just looks very
really so satisfied with his shoe collection, I guess.
Was this one the first one that you put him in these boots, or?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know why I did it. I think I drew the bottoms red, or painted them red because it just looked good. Like when it surrounded the greens, red and greens, they go perfectly together. Yeah.
It's just a great accent color. So
yeah, it is. Like it really grabs your attention.
Yes.
And I have to admit, at the time, I didn't even know about the what's it called, Louboutin boots. So everyone started commenting like, "Yeah, it's these Louboutin boots." So like,
yeah,
what am I talking about? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember being very excited by them. So I was looking for them online, and
oh wow, apparently they're really expensive.
Very expensive. These would be start at probably $2,000 US.
Oh wow. So. Yeah, it's pretty pricey.
Yeah. Oh, the next one is it's such a nice soft. I don't know. Snape watches the snow fall out the window. A quiet Christmas Eve spent beside a cauldron fire with snow falling outside is all the gift I need. Which is, it's from Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery game, which I played too.
Yeah.
And Snape is so great in that game.
Yeah, he is.
Did you play that? Is that where you got the inspiration?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I've played it. The idea for this drawing, of course, comes from the game. I really wanted to do a Christmas piece for once. I had never done one before. And I really struggled to come up with an original idea I was happy with. But yeah, Hogwarts Mystery just handed me this idea one day. I think I even sprinted from bed straight to the computer just to get the idea down. And then it became one of my favorite things I've drawn.
Yes, definitely. So you play a lot of video games. These are questions from Maria.
Yeah. What was the question? If I play video games?
Yeah.
Sort of. I'm definitely more of a casual player than a proper gamer. I do have a gaming console, like PlayStation 4. And currently I'm playing Cuphead, a game. Yeah, if anyone has played it, they know it's just a world of pain, actually. It's really difficult.
Oh.
But other than that, I'm not like a huge gamer. I just play basic games. Like my favorite ones are Portal, Grand Theft Auto, actually. And lately I've been spending too many hours on a game called 2 Point Hospital.
Oh.
Like it's like I can't get enough at hospital after work.
Right.
I don't know. It's a fun game. I definitely recommend. But speaking of computer games, I'm still playing Hogwarts Mystery, I guess. But I'm in actuality, I'm not a huge fan of it. Don't like this microtransactional style and where you have to wait for the story endlessly.
Every 5 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
I was playing it, constantly, and then I got a new phone and I just stopped. for some reason. Yeah.
Oh, no.
But yeah, I used to go down to the potions classroom and just look at Snape because I'm such a geek.
Okay. Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone.
Yeah. But
yeah, I only played it for the Snape parts, but unfortunately, I feel like the Snape parts aren't as common as they used to be. So
yeah,
I'm not a huge player anymore.
Mm-hmm. Do you like the extended universe at all, like Cursed Child or Fantastic Beasts?
Yeah, I read The Cursed Child, and I don't remember anything but the Snape parts because, of course, that's just how I function. I really liked Snape in The Cursed Child, like how he was still clearly fighting for justice.
Yes.
I think it was in the 60s in Cursed Child. So,
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully it seemed like he had matured a lot.
Yeah.
I really liked reading about that, but other than that, I don't remember the plot at all. It doesn't really matter.
Well, honestly, I don't either.
No.
But I did like the Snape part, though. Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, it was decent.
Yeah. And it's like, well, see you Snaders.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the author said, he's still noble, so whatever.
Yeah. But Fantastic Beasts. Yes, I liked the first movie. And then I saw the second one. I had no idea what was going on. It was really confusing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I will see the third one in theaters at least.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
No.
It's
Have you seen it?
I've seen them, but like you say, I don't really remember them.
No.
They didn't.
They
didn't tickle my fancy, I guess.
No.
There's no Snape in it, so
yeah, that's
like someone said. Yeah.
I did like Credence. I mean, I guess he's sort of the Snape character in it, but I don't know. The whole arc is just really confusing and not that interesting, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's a nice piece. Here Severus is driving with Minerva's riding shotgun, driving either into the sunset or the sunrise, I believe. Minerva's looking smug, and Snape is trying very hard not to sneer.
Yeah. Yeah, I had for a really long time wanted to draw Snape driving. I don't know why. It's just something alluring about it, I guess. His Muggle upbringing and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know, it's just a really funny idea that he has a car and he, for some reason, drags McGonagall of all people on his ride. Yeah, I think I wrote below the drawing that they were going to a summer cabin or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't really have that deep lore or plot behind my drawings. But...
No, that's cool. Are they kind of your bro TP by any chance?
Yeah, I think so. I like to imagine that they were
friends.
Yeah, at least friendly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they really looked up to her teaching style in the beginning. I think she kind of took him under his wing when he started at Hogwarts at such a young age. And I think she has this kind of teaching style that really works and keeps the class,
Yeah, keeps them quiet without effort. I think is something in the book like that. Yeah,
I didn't English malfunction there, but I kind of ended up liking this drawing. One of my favorites.
Yeah,
I can say so myself.
Yeah, I really like it too. I like the light in it as well.
Thank you. I used the reference is originally from Pulp Fiction, where with Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I just reversed the reference because the drive on the what's it called? Yeah, the right. The right steering wheel is on the right in England, of course.
Yes. Very, very good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next one is, I think it's from this 2020 Snalendar.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Right.
Shows Snape in a colorful greenhouse grasping a mandrake that he's just pulled from the pot. He's wearing a green lab coat, earmuffs, and a look of intense concentration.
Yeah. Yeah. For the Snalendar 2020, we were supposed to kind of imagine what Snape is doing like off camera in books. It could be anything like brushing his hair or I don't know, whatever he does when he's not teaching students. And yeah, I don't know. I try to imagine like in the second book where they needed to brew a magic potion to cure the what's it called? When they turned into stone, petrified. Yeah.
Oh yes.
And yeah, I think Snape had to be like that one who brewed the potion. Of course, he's the potion master.
Yeah.
And at some point, he went into the greenhouse to check on how the mandrake are doing, and they are growing well. So maybe Professor Sprout is in the background there somewhere.
He's put his foot up on the bench. It was really hard to pull that thing out.
Yeah. That's probably used a lot of effort. Maybe Snape forgets sometimes that he's a wizard and he uses like physical strength instead of magic all the time.
Yeah. I really like the colors. You've brought in some purple and terracotta colors for the pots and so on.
Yeah, thank you. And actually, I don't remember the drawing or painting process all that much. So I don't think the color scheme was really planned out like it kind of should be, but I'm a messy artist, I don't know. But yeah, I think I tried to just play with purples, and I had already decided that he was going to wear a bright green coat. Yeah. So I think the colors came out pretty good.
Yeah, I really enjoy them. The purples look cool. I guess purple is supposed to be a warm color, but
yeah, I wonder.
Yeah.
Maybe it's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, maybe so.
Okay, hang on. I just remembered. The theme was actually fashion. It was not.
Oh, fashion. Oh, yes.
I just remembered because why did I put in such a fancy coat? Oh yeah.
No doubt they're Louboutin as well.
Probably something.
They make work boots.
They do.
Yeah.
Have you looked it up?
Yeah.
Or is maybe Doc Martens? Isn't that an English brand?
So how does the process of making a Snalendar work? Do you all just get together and come up with a theme, or?
Yeah, in the beginning, it was kind of random how the artists were selected. It was kind of who wanted to join. And yeah, we found 12 to 13 artists. I think, we do 12 months and one artist does the front cover. Yeah, so we're 13 artists in total.
Yeah.
And then there's one person who does the overall look or a theme of what the calendar looks like the graphic design of it. And one person has the oversight or puts the deadlines and such. Yeah, we just work together on a Discord server called Snapedom. Yeah, there we kind of decide what we want to draw and what the theme is going to be. I think last year, for fairness sake, I think the artists were randomized because I think there were more artists that wanted to participate than could join. And I think it's been running since, I think the first calendar was for 2019, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay.
And we already have the last one for this year, of course. And I think they plan to make another next year. So if you're an artist, love Snape, and want to join, then by all means.
We'll link to this Snalendar Tumblr blog.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a really fun project.
Yeah.
And I think it costs around $10, so you can donate more, and it all goes to donation.
Yeah, you do a donation, and then
none of us are profiting of this, of course. So it's
right. It's
for a cost we choose.
Yeah, I think the last couple of years have been ecological causes.
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly, but
yeah, I think it was trees. 2 years ago.
Yeah, trees. I believe so. Here's another question from Maria. How did you choose the subject for this piece? I mean, how did you choose the theme of this painting?
Yeah, so I have this huge collection of references. I have lots of folders with references I like and something remind me of Snape, so I say them. And I think just one reference was this guy in fashionable wear, of course, standing in this pose. And I think it was surrounded by a flowers picture.
Oh.
So I was like, maybe I can like draw Snape, and he's at a greenhouse for some reason. And then I just, maybe he's checking on the mandrakes. That's why he's at the greenhouse. Or he's at a potion business related thing.
Yeah, no doubt herbology is closely related to potions.
Yeah. So I wonder if he works kind of closely too, or with Professor Sprout. And I kind of buddy it up with the plants and ingredients in her greenhouse.
Yeah. Here's another question from Maria. Do you think he enjoyed brewing potions for the school, or did he find it boring?
No, I think he always enjoys it in a way. I think also on top of that, I think he enjoys being needed or being useful. That's what he talks serious about. Like, haha, you're not useful. Like, it kind of gives a hint that that's what Snape values in life. So he may complain about it, but secretly he really enjoys both being useful, and potion is just a really relaxing hobby for him when he's not working. Yeah. That's my opinion, at least, or headcanon.
That really makes sense, because he spends all his time being useful in the books.
I think he's really proud of that.
Yeah. Okay. This is the last piece. Severus in the moonlight, which shines on healed scars on his neck. He also has short hair. Does that signify a new beginning?
Let's see. Actually, I just really like the idea that Snape cut his hair after the war. I don't know why. I just really wanted to, have an excuse to draw it. And then I added the scars to signify, this could be a new beginning. I don't know at what point this is. He is obviously a bit and still wearing his old clothes, so doesn't make a 100% sense maybe, but
Yeah, he just hasn't invested in a new wardrobe yet.
No, clearly not.
I like the clouds.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I think I tried to have a more complicated background, but ended up being this kind of moody, dark clouds, and I don't know, maybe mountains too, and added this moon. To give this glow to his hair. Try to make it pop out more.
Oh, I really like it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I also spent a lot of time kind of, in a way, researching snake wounds. So I don't think this scar is scientifically accurate or anything, but I just wanted it to look interesting, but not necessarily based on reality.
Kind of a shorthand, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's talk about the latest craze, the pairing of Snape and Trevor.
Oh, yeah.
Also known as Snevor.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I think it's all Maria's fault, but...
Yeah, basically it's her fault. In a good way.
I mean, been the driving force behind it. So.
She surprises all by showing us she's actually a really good artist. And sorry, not surprising, but okay. And she gave me some lines she had already drawn, and I really loved what it looked like. It was really hilarious to me. I really wanted to color it, and then it extended to more drawings. And I think Nix, she also collaborated with her and painted her own version of Trevor or Snevor. And I think there's a third drawing coming in soon. So this is just the beginning of this.
Of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah.
If anybody wonders, I believe what happens with Snevor is he is given swelling solution, or is it that he's a prince who just needs a kiss?
Yeah, that's the thing. I usually avoid thinking about how this all happened.
Oh, okay.
Why he's grown. You just let it happen and don't think about it too much.
Yeah. The audience, just to let them know the pieces have a human-sized Trevor. So yeah, it's not as icky as it sounds.
Oh, yikes! Yeah. Still on a gray area, but that's just how.
Yeah.
How it is.
Yep. Well, I think that'll do it.
Yeah. What did you think, Maria?
Well, Tinny, I certainly enjoyed talking with you today, and
me too.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, certainly. And we'll have, if you go to the website, you'll be able to see these things we're talking about, and you can actually listen along if you want to, or watch and listen at the same time. All right. Well, take care. Suffer my displeasure, or Tinny.
Yes. So, thank you. You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I hope you enjoyed our interview. Thanks again to Suffer My Displeasure for appearing on our show. Go to our website at snapechatpodcast.com to see her awesome art. And here we must say goodbye. We wish we didn't have to, but it hasn't escaped our notice that life isn't fair. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Tumblr and Twitter, email us or leave a voicemail. We really want to hear from you. Many thanks to Nix for her continued work on our new website at snapechatpodcast.com. Be sure to check out Care of Magical Shippers podcast. Thanks for listening. Until next time, stay snarky.